All right, so this is find the average rate of change of f of x equals 8x squared minus 4 on this interval. So maybe if you ever took Math 100, you might have learned the slope formula, which looks like this: y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1 for 2 points that look like this: x and y, x1 and y1, x2 and y2. So this was the slope, which we sometimes refer to as the rate of change. When we're talking about lines, that's what we refer to it as. But since this thing is not going to be a line when we graph it, it's no longer called the rate of change. It's called the average rate of change because the rate of change changes depending on where on the curve we are. So this is just going to be the rate of change over these 2 points, or the average increase or decrease from 4 to B, or the average rate of change. So our formula for rate of change is going to look similar. Oh, don't mind that. My WinZip software. It's going to look similar, but instead of y's, we're going to use function notation. So it's going to look like this: f of x2 minus f of x1 over x2 minus x1. See, it's the same thing, except instead of y, we use f of x. So here I get f of, I'm going to put b first, f of b minus f of 4 all over b minus 4. So going from there, f of b is 8b squared minus 4 minus f of 4. I'm just going to figure out what f of 4 is. Let me pull my calculator up. I should have done this earlier. Okay. So f of 4 is going to be 8 times 4 squared minus 4. 124. So this is minus 124 over b minus 4. So this is 8b squared minus 128 over b minus 4. Now, this is technically correct, but you really can clean it up, and you should clean it up. So what I'm going to do next is say, okay, well, what can I factor out of the top? Well, I can take an 8 out of both of them, right? Left with b squared minus 8 out of that is 1, was that 16 over b minus 4. Thinking back to Math 100, this is a difference of perfect squares. So I can rewrite that, leave the 8 out front, as b plus 4 times b minus 4 all over b minus 4. You'll notice this b minus 4 is going to cross out with that b minus 4. So my final answer is 8 times the quantity b plus 4. Okay. A little complicated, but nothing crazy. Let's try this one as well. This is going to be a little bit uglier because we have this negative 4 plus h as our second x value. Same formula, so I'm going to do f of negative 4 plus h minus f of negative 4 all over negative 4 plus h minus negative 4. Ugly. A lot of negatives going on, but that's okay. So the top, f of negative 4 plus h, is negative 4 plus h squared plus 8 times negative 4 plus h minus, I'm just going to figure out what that is first. Negative 4 in for there. So I'm going to do parentheses. Always do parentheses when you're squaring negatives because the calculator doesn't really follow order of operations. So we have negative 4 squared, which is positive 16, minus 8 times negative 4, which, or plus 8 times negative 4, which is minus 32. So we get negative 16. All over. Now it's going to clean up a little bit. Negative 4 minus and negative 4, that's negative 4 plus 4. They cross out. So this whole bottom here is just going to be h. Okay. You see this equation a lot, and you're not really sure why we spend so much time doing problems with it, but eventually, I promise you, it will come to light why we focus on this weird thing over h a lot. So let's go about and just clean up the top. So this is negative 4 plus h squared. That's negative 4 plus h times negative 4 plus h. If I FOIL that, I get positive 16 minus 4h is minus 8h plus h squared. Now I can distribute the 8 to the next set of parentheses. I get minus 32 here to here plus 8h. Oh, look at that. It's going to be real nice when we cancel everything out. Minus negative 16 is plus 16 all over h. And look how nice it becomes. 16. Oh, wait, we have 16 plus 16. Is that negative 4 times negative 4? That should be positive 16. Yep, I think that's good. Okay, well, then we'll keep that as 32. 16 and 16, that's 32. So I'll cross them out. 8 and negative 8. Oh, I see what's going on. They're going to cross out. Negative 32 and this 32. I'll rewrite it so we don't miss what happened. N plus h squared over h. These cross out. Negative and positive 32. I'm left with h squared over h. Well, this h is going to cancel with one of these h's. So this whole thing is just going to give me h. Wow, would you look at that?